Hi guys, welcome back again to the channel. As always, thanks for all your support on the recent videos. We're on 123 subscribers at the minute, which is an increase of 5 since the last time I uploaded. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe down below and also join the Discord and follow my Instagram. Both links to them will be in the description. The Discord's getting busier and busier by the day. Now today guys, what we're going to be actually doing is we're going to be speaking about 3 ways that you could possibly use to manage your portfolio. But before we do that, let's actually have a quick chat just now. I actually have a little bit of an announcement to make today, so I basically got called back to say that I will be going back to work. So that is obviously going to limit my time. I've been on furlough for the last couple of months just now, so that's obviously going to limit my time, and I need to try and make the most of the time that I do have in order to provide better content for you guys. So obviously making a YouTube video from start to finish is quite a timely process. It normally takes me personally about 4 or 5 hours just to do that all, and obviously when I go back to work it's going to be tighter for me to get that schedule and be able to actually do that in terms of making videos. However, it's definitely not going to be the end of the road for me. If anything, it does open up more doors, because it allows me to basically put some more money into my setup. It allows me to make sure that the videos I am putting out, because I have limited time to do so, are of the best quality. So really guys, the only thing you'll really notice is I'm not going to be uploading as frequently as I am at the minute. It'll probably be a case of doing 2 or 3 videos a week until I can maybe find some time to get more videos in. But the 2 or 3 videos that I do make are going to be of better quality than these ones that I have going up at the minute. So yeah, just sort of make you guys aware of that. So now that we've actually got the announcement out of the way, let's get into the video. The reason that good management is so important is actually quite obvious. Now let's say for example you manage your portfolio too much. That could obviously lead to you getting too emotionally invested in your stocks, and any small changes in regards to your stocks could result in you acting irrationally, because you'll lose your intention on why you bought the stocks in the first place. And obviously the reverse of that is true as well. If you fail to manage your portfolio effectively, or you don't manage it at all, it could result in you losing some money, because if these stocks dropped a load in a day for a particular reason, like they had a lawsuit against them, or let's say that just something blinding happened in regards to your stocks, I can't think of an example off the top of my head, and you weren't managing your portfolio or you didn't have price alerts in place, you could basically miss out on your opportunity to sell the stock if necessary. So if we actually go into my portfolio just now, which I'll put on screen for you guys to look at the moment, you can see I'm going to use Argo blockchain as an example of how I would manage my stocks. So obviously if I didn't want to look at this all day, what I would do first of all is set some price alerts. So as you can see at the moment, Argo blockchain at the time of making this video is trading at 240 pence per share, which is equivalent to £2.40. Now let's just say I wanted to not look at this all day. What I would initially do is I would set the price alert to be something like 225. That way I can manage the stock and have price alerts and not look at it all day. So if we set one of these at 225, and then the initial one after that would be 250. So we change that to 250 as well and set that. And let's just say that I had one of them at 275. I'll set that as well, and I'll also set one at 300. So what that allows me to basically do is that when it hits something like 200 initially, then that there would also be a reason that I would look at the stock and see, right, okay, it's dropped massively today, and I would have a look to see why that is. If it just hits something like 225 or 250, it's just basically a notification of how it is performing on that day. Whereas if it hits like 200 or 300, that basically is an indication to me actually to say, right, have a look at the stock, why it's performing, and go look at potentially some news to why that is. So like I say, in this case for example, it could be a case of if it hits 300, then maybe Argo blockchain is having a good day because Bitcoin has increased its price or whatever it may be, but it gives me basically a reason to go and look at the stock and see kind of what's happening with that. And like I say, the reason that's quite good to set price alerts is for 2 reasons. The first reason being it basically stops me from being emotionally invested in the stock and looking at it all day long, because if I was to stare at the screen all day and not have price alerts, any small minor changes in that stock could potentially result in me acting irrationally. So just having that price alert there helps me not to get emotionally invested into the stock. The second reason into why it might be quite a good idea to have price alerts is because obviously it'll send me a notification to my phone, and that way it basically alerts me to say, right, let's say for example it hits the 200 or the 300 mark, then that way I can also go and look at some news to see why it's actually doing that. So the second thing you can actually do to manage your portfolio, it kind of leads into the first one, is actually look at them pre-market. So what I like to do is I'll put a screenshot on screen for you guys to see at the minute. It basically has all my stocks that are quite big holdings within my portfolio, and basically at the top of that I can just click on them all through Yahoo Finance, and I can see just by the bit that I'm highlighting on screen just now, that shows me how they're performing pre-market. So again, it's not always a true indication to how your stocks are going to perform on that day, but it gives you a bit of an intent to where about they're going, and obviously seeing them in green is always going to be better than seeing them in red pre-market. And the reason that Yahoo is quite good is because it also has a conversation section. Now obviously that isn't always going to be accurate, anybody can go in there and post whatever they want, but it does give you a bit of an indication sometimes if there's key news. Some people will post links to that and you can see what's getting a good upvoting, which is obviously quite a good indication to what's true and what's not true. Also as well, at the bottom of Yahoo it does have some news articles, so if big news does come out in regards to a stock, it can be found there. However, it is a little bit slow in terms of updating sometimes, so that does tie nicely into the third thing that I like to do, which is this. TradingView. TradingView is the third thing that I would like to do. So basically what this means is that, let's say for example Argo blockchain is trading at 200 and I believe it's 240 at the minute. If it was to go all the way down to 200 and hit that price alert, or go all the way up to 300 and hit that price alert, then that way I can basically jump onto TradingView and I can show you guys on screen at the moment what that shows me. So first of all, which I'll leave link to in the description, you guys can physically see by clicking that link that it basically shows you the 100 most traded stocks in that day. So that'll show you that, and I'll also show you as well the volume indicator to how stocks are trading on that day, how much has been traded and whatever that may be. So it's a good measurement to see how stocks are trading as well, so you can obviously use that function in TradingView as well. Like I say, I'll leave a link to that in the description. So let's say for example Argo hit 200 or 300, I could type in Argo blockchain at the top of TradingView, and that way it would provide a full breakdown by one, providing me with the chart. Two, it's obviously got some ideas that some people might throw into the mix in terms of where Argo could be going. And also three as well, it does have very accurate news sources that I could click on, I could flick through and kind of get an indication to what the sort of news is coming towards Argo's stock. Like I say though, this is just stuff that I do. You can do whatever you want. This way it keeps me from getting too emotionally invested in the stocks, and I'm looking at them all day long as well, and still living a life while being kind of an investor. Guys, like I said at the start of the video, obviously I am going back to work as of tomorrow, so this will be the last video upload before I go back to work. My schedule is going to be a bit more tighter, like I say, but the more money that I make, the more money I will throw into videos, and they'll just get better and better as I become more experienced as a YouTuber and have better equipment to use. So guys, if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe down below. This channel is only going to get better with time, and smash the like button as well on this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.